Hello and welcome to my channel, the Scribe. I took the Spirit's advice and went out for a lovely nature walk this morning. So that's why I'm making this video this afternoon. Sorry, one of the cards has just fallen on the floor. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. These are the Keepers of the Light Oracle. And let's see what is happening today for our Starseeds. Okay, right, so, oh goodness. Right, yeah, so what I've been feeling the last few days is actually coming to fruition now. Having said that, because the timelines all happen at the same time in the forever moment of now, as I said in one of my last videos, it's hard to get our heads around that, but it is happening and it's happening now. So, as I said in one of my previous videos, again, when the Divine Director comes out, that is massive energy. So it's the Divine Director is depicted by this man, but it's actually an energy consciousness that is very, very powerful in the way they direct the plasma energy, is what I'm being shown. And that's what these are. These are the portals. These are the plasma energy portals. So there's a lot, and there's a lot happening. I'm being shown the 6 and the 6. So if you've been seeing 66 a lot, or the number 6, these energy portals are creation portals. Sorry, I'm trying to stream the information at the same time. So let's go to the Divine Director first, because this energy it kind of usurps these two, even though they're all kind of together. So I'm looking at the crown chakra and the third eye. This is where we're getting most of our downloads from. This can cause, and again, I don't want to affect somebody's timeline, but this is what I'm being given. This can cause nausea, dizziness, and an off-kilter. Your equilibrium feels like it's a bit off. So again, grounding is really important. That's why I've been on a nature walk this morning. And it's the Divine Director energy is saying use these energies to propel you forward into the now that you want to create. Okay, these really are the big energies. This card only comes out when there's a lot on the planet going on. Okay. There's not much more I can say about that. I have got the throat chakra again very strongly. Moyra has got all this blue, and obviously the Divine Director's got the blue. So it's about Starseeds opening up the throat chakra and starting to speak about their experiences, and also their gifts and talents are coming through. Now this is okay, so I'm going into the weird stuff now, but this is what I'm being shown, so this is what I'm going to tell you what this is. So when you are in the hall of libraries, when you're forming your blueprint, when you see the lineage, you see this on a board, and this is what you see, and all these different points light up, and these are all, these are all timelines, but they also can be points of people or incidents or experiences that you've put into your blueprint. So people are starting to have these ramped up now. So when I say ramped up, it means that they're coming in more succession, they're coming quicker. So anything that you've put in your blueprint, so for 2020, to give an example, you may have put that you're going to meet somebody and it's a destined thing. You're going to start a business and it's a destined thing. All of those things are in this blueprint, and they are points of consciousness where you tap into them. So that is being lit up. There are more of these points coming on. Now, I'd have to go into it further to see whether that means there are points of consciousness that are being put onto the blueprint that weren't already there, or they were just inactive. You'd have to go to your inner being to find out that information as to what you... So what you need to go within and ask, what are my points of consciousness for 2020? And ask for the words to be given to you. So draw a dot. So it's a point of consciousness, and then the words will come as to what that point of consciousness you are going to experience for that point in time. I realise that this may not be making any sense. However, I'm just sharing what I'm being given. So, if you can see here, Moyra is one of my guides as well. Well, they all are kind of, but he's kind of a special one. He's got an aura of purple around him. That is protection. The Divine Director is saying we are being protected as starseeds. Now, everybody's protected, and I'm not buying into this. Well, you know, there's demons, there's this, there's that. It's whatever's on your timeline. But what he's saying is, on your points of consciousness, you are protected. If you choose to go down a different path than your point of consciousness has put onto your blueprint. And the reason why he's given me blueprint is everything's blue on here. Most things, apart from the white spirit, everything's blue. His eyes are very, very blue. So he's saying, if you have these cards and you want the information from the blueprint, look into his eyes. Just spend some time on meditation with this card, and you will be given more information. All of our gifts and talents are starting to really come in online now. This is what online means for us as starseeds. Our blueprints are coming online. So anybody that you know that's a starseed that you could pass this message on to, please do so, because it will help them. He's saying it will help them integrate all of this information. Yeah, okay, so Serapis Bay is saying the same thing. It's ascension, descension, which, as you know, I have, I prefer to use descension, because we are already, our soul is already expanded, our consciousness is already expanded. We are just trying to funnel all of this information through here. So to do that, we do it through the points of consciousness in the blueprint. So with the ascension, I'm just gonna that was a lot. That was a lot coming through. I'm just gonna breathe now. Okay, so Serapis Bay, who again, the Egyptian energy is very strong on the planet at the minute as well, with the goddess Ma'at and Serapis Bay as well. And he's saying that moving to your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. There's still some kind of duality thing going on with the starseeds. It's in the dreams, it's in our conversations, it's in our everyday experiences. But whereas yesterday when I said focus on the lower chakras, today I'm being seen a massive shift, and we're focusing on the higher chakras. So from the throat upwards, so we've got the throat, the third eye, the stellar gateway. The stellar gateway chakra is really important for the next few days, Serapis Bay is saying. And we need to keep our chakras healthy. Do whatever you need to do to keep them spinning in a healthy way and protect them. But you are being protected is what I'm being shown. Wow, that was a big download of information. Okay, so let's let's pull an Archangel card, and I'm asking El Moyra specifically to give me an angel that's going to help with this online points of consciousness that are being opened and activated. Show me, please. Oops, show me. Yeah, okay, right, so Shamael. So beginnings. So this is the beginning of this, guys. This is the start of it. And I know it feels like we've been stuck in sand, quicksand. We've been stuck in the mud. We've been these lines, not knowing where we're going, what we're doing. Lots of obstacles in the way. But if you look here, the path becomes smoother. And this is this aura of purple. This is what's happening. This is what we're receiving. This is what we are receiving now. I know I sound a bit intense, but I'm feeling the intensity of the energy is very intense. But we can handle it. That's what they're saying. It's the beginning now. We can handle it. Awakening presence. The I am presence is being awakened now. And through that is it's coming through the divine director. This energy is coming from the divine director with the plasma. And as you get closer to this, the ripples become less. It's smoother on this part. Where this human's walking, it's smoother to get to it. And the light coming through, obviously. The dawning of a new day is what they're saying. It's the dawn of a new day. Beginnings. That is really nice. I'm starting to calm down a bit now. Okay, so Rumi wanted to come in and give us a calming, very calming, peaceful card. What I'm being guided to say is a lot of starseeds won't know what this is, but you do know what this is, and if you listen to it 3 times, you will download that information. It's almost like putting information into a computer. Okay, so I've got The Right Choice by Rumi. I don't know what he's wanting to say yet, but the right choice is 29, which is a leap year. So February this year is a leap year. So, okay, so Rumi is saying, this right choice is about relationships. It's the 29th, it's the divine feminine. People can, well, you know, it's a really silly kind of thing that happens, but supposedly on the 29th of February, the divine feminine, the feminine can make proposal to the male rather than the other way around, which again, you know, is just a silly throwback to something or other. But what Rumi is saying, the 29th is very, very important date for the divine feminine this year to make, I don't necessarily like the word the right choice, because any choice you make, okay, right, Moyra's coming in now. Right, so the choices you make on the points of consciousness are your choices. You may have put this here, but then you may decide to go over here for a bit. And then you might decide to come up here, and then you might decide to go back down to that point of consciousness and try it again. So what he's saying is there's no right or wrong for what you've put in your blueprint, but what he is saying is that the choices you make, you can get there quicker if you go from one point to the other rather than doing this. So you might be in a relationship, right? He's telling me to give you an example because it's a bit, I hope it's making sense. So you might be in a relationship, okay? And in this person's blueprint, you've decided that you're going to have this relationship. So you come together, okay? And you've decided to go on a path that does this, and then you go together and you hit the next point of consciousness. However, one person in the relationship decides to go up here. So the other person in the relationship's carrying on to this point of consciousness because that's what they decided to put into their blueprint, because you did it together. But you've decided that you're going to meander up here now and you're going to find out what's happening over here. So that causes distance in the relationship. So you could eventually come back to this relationship, but this person's moved on because they followed what was happening with their heart and their blueprint. So that's what is making more sense now. So that's what Rumi is saying. Follow your heart. Follow what is in your blueprint, what is in your heart, and make the right choice for you. So there will be, so this person could have said, right, I'm meandering up here. And this person could have said, well, actually, my heart's telling me to do this. But because you've done that, I'm going to go up there and then try and get back to this. And the relationship's never the same. It would never be the same because you've created different timelines now. You've moved in different directions now and you've changed what was the original blueprint. You've added a layer onto it, if that makes sense. So that's what Rumi is saying. Make the right choice for you. Just because it's the 29th of February and women can propose to men, a woman could propose to a man any day of the year, and so could a man. Okay, so anything else to say, Rumi? Bursting forth with this this energy here. Again, I'm coming back to the twin flames because that's what it is. And this blueprint is the energy, can be the energy within yourself. Bring yourself back to your points of consciousness. Okay. Whoa. This is, yeah. Hope it's making sense. Right, okay. So, the next one, right, did I show you the Rumi ones? I'm not sure that I did. They're the Rumi ones. Here are the Secret Language of Light, transmissions from your soul. Okay, so let's tie all this together somehow. And, oh, my word. Divine Feminine. Okay, so the Divine Feminine. So that's what this Rumi was basically saying. On the 29th, that flood of feminine energy around this Valentine's Day, which again has nothing to do with the commercial energy. I just get downloads and I get numbers and I get information. That's it. Okay, so for this, I'm being shown again on the 29th, which is a leap year. We are leaping, the Divine Feminine are leaping into their energy, and this emotional, gorgeous pink Divine Feminine energy is bursting forward, and they're the beginnings. Okay. Now again, I've said this before, Divine Feminine, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily female. It's the essence of the Divine Feminine, which is also in the man. So it could be that a man breaks all of the so-called rules and still proposes to a woman on the 29th on Valentine's Day. And being shown the rules go out the window now. There are no rules now. We're working with the heart. Okay. Really nice. Right, so last one is the Starseed Tarot. Syrian Starseed Tarot. Okay, let's see what... I'm really hoping this card is going to tie in because this has been all over the place. Okay, right, it's the Six of Flames. Yeah, so as you can see, this flame is very, very bright, as is this flame around the heart. So again, the 6 is coming back to this creativity. This is the start of the new in the now, the beginnings, the light coming through. And the new moon is on the 25th. So you're being encouraged to set your intentions through these points of consciousness on this blueprint. Okay. And if you look at all of these colours, they're all within this. So we've got the purple aura. We've got the blue of the chakra, throat chakra. We've got the heart. This is the heart. The flame of this energy is being ignited. That's what these are doing. These flames are igniting this. The flame within your heart and being shown is being ignited through this plasma energy that is hitting the planet now. Okay. So be gentle with yourselves. There will be fatigue more than likely, or it could be the other way and you're really, really ramped up with all of this energy, which again you're being encouraged to be creative with it. And I will do a reading tomorrow because it is the 25th. And I will speak to you next time. Bye.